Hi everyone, and welcome along to the 21st of December and the bottom rung of our advent calendar. Let's see what we're painting today. Oh, some gorgeous Christmas bells, and we've got another chance to have a practice of some holly. So grab your paints and let's get started. So we've got some lovely Christmas bells, and so you want to draw yourself a little dome that then just flicks out at the bottom, and then a nice little oval shape at the bottom. Let's move that out of the way for a second, and then another one. If you need to imagine it's sort of behind the other one, you can faintly draw it in. And I'll have that one sort of angled away. And then I think it would be nice to have a nice ribbon. Actually, this is rather like my one of my Christmas card designs. There we go. Oops. Make a nice little banner. And we'll have some holly as well, some sort of slightly larger holly than we've drawn before. So that's all we need for pencil. Let's get the paints back in, and we are going to get the lovely gold we've been using, a combination of the yellow and the yellow ochre. We'll probably want a bit of the brown tones as well. And of course our old friend, Payne's grey. Just get those mixed into that one. Okay. So I'm going to begin by painting this in. But we're definitely going to leave a little bit of unpainted shine on the bell. So I've got my size 0 brush. I've left that unpainted bit. Now with a clean brush I'm just going to sort of blend it in a little bit, and then I'm going to paint this one in as well. They are touching, so they are going to bleed into one another, but I don't mind too much because they're the same colour. It's a problem with being left-handed. Painting the ones on this side, the paints always get in the way. You see how leaving that little bit of unpainted space is just really helpful for creating a shiny surface. We're going to wait until that's dried so we can do a slightly different colour inside it. But whilst it is still a little wet, I can just sort of round the shape with a little bit of a darker colour. It's just always nice to create that. Makes the shape feel a bit rounder. And these bleeds and blends will just settle in really nicely, so we'll let that dry and then come in for the next bit. Those have dried really beautifully. I'm so happy with how the blended colours have turned out there. I'm now mixing some berry colour for the holly. So just a little bit of the pink in with the red I think is really nice. Just makes the berries a little bit more Christmassy. And then some holly. I'm going to use sap green with Payne's grey. That's very dark. I think we need a bit more green. There we go, that's better. And for the ribbon, I'm going to paint it in just Alizarin Crimson on its own. So we'll get that ready as well. Okay, I'm going to use my 4/10 brush, and I'm going to begin by painting in the holly. So this holly is just a little bit bigger than the holly we've been painting before, so that's a nice opportunity to look at it in a bit more detail. So after painting that central line, 3 spikes and home, that's what I say, and then on the other side a little bit of a channel down the middle, and we see a little bit less, but 3 spikes and home. Clean that brush off and then get a bit of red, and if you can, whoops, try and get a little bit of unpainted shine. Doesn't matter that sort of bit of red's been sent up the green, because it's soul's very dark, and once it's dry we can sort that out. Okay, and then the ribbon, just like the ribbon on the first day's wreath, but this one's a bit more swirly, so I'm going to sort of alternate it between being sort of dark in places and then capturing the light. So leaving a little unpainted space, clean the brush off, and then just use the water That looks lovely. Okay, so the bells are nice and dry now, and what I haven't done is drawn in the what is that? What's that bit of the bell called? I've suddenly had a mind blank. My mind's gone completely blank. The dinging bit, the ding dong bit, the bit that makes the noise. Wow, I can't remember a thing. So starting with that colour, and then we're going to just create the shadow inside the bell, and we'll just let that settle in, and then once that's dry we can paint on the dinging thing, because I've completely forgotten what it's called. Does it even have a name, I'm wondering now. So anyway, I'm going to move swiftly on because I'm embarrassing myself. I'm just mixing up some quite concentrated sort of gold brown, and I want to paint some decoration on these bells. It is Christmas after all. These are celebratory bells. So just starting with a few nice lines, and also just, we can also use this colour as a bit of a sort of detail. There we go, and I think I will get the fluff off my brush. we go, just something simple. When you've got a sort of set of parallel lines like that, it makes life a lot easier when you're trying to place decoration on. Gives you a nice little parameter. And now I will do the same on this one. So we're nearly done, and I'm just going to place in the colour. And also just a little bit extra detail on the ribbon. And there we go. Lovely Christmas bells. Thanks so much for watching. We've only got 3 more tutorials left. I can't believe it. I've absolutely loved painting with you, and I'm really looking forward to the last 3. So let's hope time doesn't go too fast. Okay, see you tomorrow.